There are two main ways that we show up in relationships, and specifically relationships where it's not working out very well. There's something not quite ideal about this relationship. We tend to take two postures. One, fine, I'll just end it, leave, or stay. And usually staying means staying in suffering. Staying means nothing really changes, but I don't quite know what's out there. I don't know what else is out there. So I'd rather stay with the crazy that I know than leave for the crazy that I don't know. And the real problem with those two postures is that we tend to go leave or stay, but there's something in the middle. There's the possibility in between. The possibility in between is create something different. We don't take that opportunity oftentimes because it's scary. It's scary to ask for what we want. First, we have to be clear. There's anger, there's frustration, there's all this stuff when we are in suffering for some reason in this relationship. We're thinking about leaving for a reason, and yet we don't actually think about, what do I want differently? I don't want to stay in suffering. I don't want to do all your work. I don't want to be the default person. I don't want to have date night this way. I want something differently, to create something differently. And in order to do that, you got to be able to ask for what you want. That's the confidence practice. Recognizing, hold on, I'm angry, I'm frustrated. That's a signal. What do I want? We have a tendency to be able to speak really clearly about what we don't want. I don't want you on your phone. I don't want you calling me at the last minute. I don't want to save your butt all the time. I don't. That's not helpful though. Saying what we don't want doesn't move us forward. We have to say what we do want. What do you want in a relationship? Think right now on any relationship where there's toxicity or there's difficulty or there's tension. What do you want to ask for? And in order to do that, you got to get really clear with yourself. It's not about them, it's about you, how you're showing up and how you're feeling about the dynamic. And you can leave, or you can stay, or you could create something different. How do you create something different? Pretty simple. We lead with language like, when you do X, makes me feel Y, and then request. So for example, when you are on your phone and I'm talking to you, it makes me feel ignored. Could you please honor me with your complete attention when I'm talking to you? Do you hear the no judgment, no anger, no frustration? Simply, here's the action, here's the feeling that it produces in me, and here's the request. Confidence practice. Action, feeling. The feeling requires us to get vulnerable. The feeling requires us to say, we don't like it, and here's why. Generally, the feeling comes from a place of wanting to be loved and respected, honored, needed even. The feeling comes from a positive place where we're not feeling that we're getting what we need. Lead with that. Not the arguments, not the accusation, not the anger, not the frustration. Lead with how you're feeling. Action, feeling, request. And let the request be positive. You don't want to think something like, I don't want you to do, or could you please not do? Could you please X, right? Action, emotion, your vulnerable emotion, and then request. That is a confident practice. That's where the confident people play. Recognizing that in any relationship, there are more than two options. You can leave, you can stay, or you can create something differently. In order to do that, you have to be conscious about your own stuff. You got to be conscious about what's coming up for you. You got to be willing to ask for what you want. Also a confidence practice. Asking for what you want. How do you do that? Highlight the action. Also, Bring into the conversation how you're feeling, that action makes you feel. The action makes you feel. It's very important not to attack. You make me feel. No, when you do this action, it makes me feel. And then request. Confidence practices are the key to unlocking everything we want and opening up for possibility more than leaving or staying, creating. That's where the power players play. We create what we want. We don't stay in suffering with what we don't. We don't leave simply because we don't like it. We create something differently. And you are powerful enough. You are capable enough. You are strong enough to create what you want. Lead with asking for what you want.